So I'm just chilling, and Kitty has decided my boob is a perfect place to take a nap. Is it comfy? She's so goddamn cute. Everybody, hi, hello, greetings. My name is Yashiroreaper, and welcome to another stream. Today I'm going to be doing another reaction stream, and today, because for some reason I woke up today, watched a bunch of Gaijin Gooba videos about ninjas, and then realized I need to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was like, I want to watch 2K3 because I've seen that show a billion times, and if I go down that rabbit hole, I won't watch anything new. So today I'm taking a chance, and I'm finally watching a show I've told myself I was going to watch for a year now, because I am bad at things. I'm terrible with rewatching a bunch of shows that I already like. And like when I try new shows, usually I try anime first because they're usually shorter. So I usually watch a 12-episode anime, obsess about it for like 2 days, and then drop it. I also watched the entirety of Ascendance of a Bookworm and Overlord, so yeah. My brain's in the mood for new shows at the current moment. I was like, fuck it, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles obsession in my brain is coming slightly back. Not that much, but slightly, and I will take that. If you don't know, I obsess about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, especially when I was a kid. Like, from the ages of about, I'm gonna say, 8 to about 13, 14, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was fucking everything to me. Like, I obsessed over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When I first started, like, if you know anything about me, I write fan fictions. I first started writing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan fictions, and the first one I started, I believe I was 12. Ugh! And, like, this obsession lasts for most of my high school years until the last couple of years of high school, where I was kind of taken over by Transformers, but I still love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I did. I watched the 2012 show when it first came out. I didn't particularly like it and dropped it after season 1, but I still watched the shit out of it, and it was brilliant. So if you don't know anything, before I was obsessed with fucking Transformers, I was obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I still have a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics. I have a TK12 Donatello figure. I have a giant Valentine's Day 2012 Michelangelo. I used to have 2K3 figures. My nephew had them, and I don't know if he still has them, but if he does, they're mine again. My sister made me give them up to my nephew when I was little, and I was still mad about that, but I understood her meaning, but I was still mad because that was my shit. And if my nephew still has them, I want them back. So if my sister still has them, I'm going to be like, sis, can I please have my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys back? But yeah. So I'm going to introduce you to a couple of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles things because I don't want to bring out my figure, which is currently kind of buried amongst my other figures. And my giant Michelangelo is staying where he belongs. But I found these recently at the dollar stores here in Canada, and it is Beanie Baby. TY. 87 Ninja Turtles, Teenage Ninja Turtles. I got Raphael, and I got Donatello so far. I haven't gotten Mikey or Leo. If I find them, they're mine. But I got my 2 favorite turtles. When I was younger, Raphael was my fucking favorite. And then it became Donatello when I was older. But Raphael, this was my boy. If you don't know, I've seen the 87 show. I actually owned a season of it on DVD around the first anniversary, which is around when Nick bought the series. My stepbrother bought it for me, and I adored it. I've watched a lot of the 87 series. It's going to be something I react to here eventually. I still have to finish G1, and I've kind of fallen off the bandwagon on that because I've been busy with life. But today we're going to watch Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It'll probably just be one stream, because I doubt there's going to be any other streams after this, because I have a feeling it's going to get copyrighted so bad. I've got a small screen, I've got the desktop audio turned down. You know how I react to shit. I pause, I scream over it. I should be okay for one stream, but that's about going to be it. Ugh. There's kitty fur all over Donatello's ass. Anyways, also yes, on the back they have their respective weapons sides to the back of them, and it's beautiful. I actually own a pair of sides because of how much I love Raphael. I used to own bow staffs, bamboo ones when I was a kid. That's another thing I want is bow staff. But I own a pair of fucking sides because of how much I love Raphael. I also own a baseball bat because of how much I love Casey Jones. I literally bought a wooden baseball bat, entirely hardwood wooden baseball bat because goddamn Casey Jones. And now people are like, it's for protection. I'm like, no, it's not. It's because I want to be Casey. That's the entire reason I own this thing. So anyways, we're going to put away the tiny Beanie Baby TY. I don't know what else to call them. TY is normally what I associate with Beanie Babies. So they're going to go over here. My little turtle balls. And we're going to jump into Rise because I need to know more about this thing. I've seen clips. I've seen hints. I know it's got Black April. If you know anything about early Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shit, especially the original comics, April had a lot of black character traits that weren't really common. Like, if you if you see the original comic books, April has huge, kinky curly hair. When I was a kid, when I went to see panels, I just assumed because it was black and white that she was, and then I found out she wasn't, and I was slightly disappointed. But this is very, very into the thing. It's got soft boy Raphael. It's got slightly megalomaniac Donatello. If I've learned anything from the show I watched as a kid, which was 2K3, all these turtles have fucking issues, and Donatello's are the most interesting. When I obsessed over Same as It Never Was, that's when I became a really big Donatello fangirl. When I was a kid, it was Raphael, because I identified with Raphael a lot when I was younger. But now it's Donatello, and also Mikey has always just been my baby. I don't know what, any version of Michelangelo, I'm just like, this is my son. I love him. Probably why I have a giant figure. I'm bringing him down now. I have to show you. I bought this on Valentine's Day years ago to put up in my apartment, and now he's just here. It's a giant Michelangelo with the freckles because he's adorable. He's got a happy Valentine's Day thing, and then he's got his legs, and his legs are weighted, so he's supposed to be able to stand. But I find he leans a lot. But right now he's in where I had my Christmas tree over Christmas, so he's going back up there in the box that I've had him in, because I wanted to display him, and that's the only place I could think of to display him, because he's huge. He's massive. When I move into my new place, I don't know where I'm going to put him, but I'm putting him in a place of honor. Same with my giant Superman. He needs to go into a place of honor because he's Superman, motherfucker. Also, I think Superman has my Snap-on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bracelet. I also used to have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 87. I have a lot of those flat caps. And I used to have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones, but I lost it when I went to New York in high school. I took it off when I was watching the Blue Man Group, and then left it in the theater. And I was so mad for the rest of the trip. I also have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles backpack that I bought at, oh god, what's it called? Good job, brain. It's Dispensers, but for America. Hot Topic, yes. I bought a Hot Topic in America. It was one of the first things I bought. I spent like $50 on it. It's got kitty scratches all over it. It's got masks in it, like actual Ninja Turtle masks. It is very nerdy. It's also got like a head cap you can... It's the nerdiest shit I own. They also had like Super Mario ones, but being the Teenage Ninja Turtle fangirl I bought that. I'm still very proud of that because it is a good backpack. It's very cute. I used to be able to put my laptop in it. Like for the rest of the trip, because I was paranoid, I kept my laptop on me at all times, and it stayed in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle backpack. It literally did. So, moving on into Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm putting it off too long because I am going into nostalgic nerddom where I'm realizing I was a big Ninja Turtles nerd, and I need to remember that. So anyways, we're just gonna jump right into this, and we're gonna full screen. And it's got a very paranormal-y kind of thing. And it's good. Oh, shows like us! They have the mystic powers! How would I put that together? The ninjas, they had the mystic powers, which was in season 5, the last season of 2K3. If you don't know about the last season, it's the season that I don't think they actually aired. I think they just put it on DVDs, but I got it when I was younger because I watched all this shit online. And yeah, I love that season. Not many people do. I fucking loved it. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool. Probably if I watch it again now, it's gonna be only nostalgia that likes it, but anything that hints at that season, I will eat up. Because it makes me very, very sad when that season was just basically forgotten by the annals of time. It didn't deserve that. It wasn't that bad. Back to the Sewers, on the other hand, could go die in a fiery pit of sorrow. If you don't know, TK3, 4 seasons. Lost 5th season, the Mystic Era. And then they had Back to the Future, which was very cool. No, what was it? No, Fast Forward. That was it. Fast Forward. Very interesting. Had a lot of places it could have gone. Just didn't really like the art, but could have gone places, and then it was dropped. And then they were like, you know what, we're going to kick one more season out, and they brought Back to the Sewers, which had almost evil Donatello, which was understandable, but not my favorite. It had potential, but it was a dumpster fire, and I will not argue that. And it also had a weird art style. But anyways, we're gonna jump back into the show. As I said, this is probably a good reason why I can stream this shit, because I pause like a motherfucker and I scream over it. Alright. But the art style of this looks interesting. Hey, I'm shopping here! Oh, those are terrible! Not step on any of the flags. I've been to New York City since like 2014. Look at the little dog carrier things they have. Oh no, their poor dogs got squashed. I mean, comically evil, but adorable. Hi guys! It's been a while. Grappling hook! Inside is Naginata. I love his voice! Look at that, that's so cute! I mean, jumping to the pool makes sense. Look at the boys! Oh no, your phone! Oh my god. Oh my god, they're so dorky. Oh my god. They're so goddamn dorky. I love them. I like how it looks like they're gonna stop the bad guy. It turns out they're just like, yeah, pull in! Bitch. You know what? Can't concur. Look at Raph. Raph sees something adorable and dies! It's so goddamn cute! I don't know who in the right mind decided we'll make Raphael the giant, gentle giant. What from the I want to kiss him on the fucking lips and be like, you've done it! You made it! If you didn't let me in, what I headcanoned a lot was that he was a tortured soul, kind of gentle guy, like gruff on the outside, sweet as pie underneath, that kind of deal. Yeah, this is the evolution of, without the trope, the adorableness, and I appreciate it. And also, I like how he's just like, oh, just a little guy who's scared, I'm gonna go help. You're a giant fucking snapper turtle, I adore you. Oh my god, he's so cute! Oh, hey little guy, what are you doing? His baby talking and I'm so proud! Kitty's like, Mom, what's going on? You're being so loud. I know, baby. I know. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Ross being an absolute little adorableness. And I cannot ignore that. Also, I used to have a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirts. I gave them to my nephew. He still has them. But, like, what? voice? Who the fuck voices him? I used to think Nolan North was my favorite voice who ever did it in the 2K3 show. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Also, hello, kitty. You wish to come up into Mama's arms? Oh my god, what the fuck are you doing? This is worse than in the 87 show where they just fucking walked out. But everyone else was cool with it. We're gonna try. We know we can't be seen, but we're gonna try to look human by holding our mouths a certain way. Hey, baby. Hi. Yes, I know. Mama's being loud. Oh, God. That's the plan! I mean, it kind of works, but y'all dorks, and I love you. Oh my god, that voice, that nerdy voice, is a beautiful thing. Also, Kitty, Mama's watching a show. Can you go up here? Kitty apparently needs a little bit of playing. Over here. I love my cat. When I stream, this is why I need more space. I got a new place kind of lined up. I'm going to send Liam for it tomorrow. But when I go check it out, and like I get 2 rooms, and one of them I'm going to turn to my, well, one's going to be my bedroom / stream bedroom, and then the other one's going to be my stream room / nerd room / where I keep all my collection shit. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of judging. Done. I love you. And also, I can't remember. Rob Paulson, I believe, did the voice. Did the voice director for this show, if I remember correctly. I don't know if he's in it. I don't remember if he plays Donatello in it. Because he played Donatello in the 2012 show, I think. Yeah. And then he played Raphael in the 87 show. Just in case you didn't know, Rob Paulson does everything! And I love that man! Anyways, moving on. If I appreciate the pose, April, you tried, honey. You failed, but you tried. I mean, fair enough. And also, why are you the only one with eyebrows? I've just noticed this. Why do you have eyebrows, on? We have mystical powers. I will never get over the fact that in every incarnation, they always have some interesting fucking phrases to say shit. Like, when I was a kid, they said, "aw, shell," a lot. Because they can't say hell on TV. But, like, yeah, that was a big thing. And, like, cowabunga used to be a thing. And then booyaksha! You'll never forget booyaksha for as long as you live. Anyways. Oh, hi. What the fuck are you? Also, the fuck are your blades doing? Okay, whatever, I guess. Leo, I love you. Oh wait, that's Dewey's voice actor. Ah, yeah, Dewey from DuckTales. I love DuckTales. I haven't watched the original yet. But I did love the 2012 reboot of DuckTales. That shit became my life. I literally have DuckTales figures. I'm not joking. I have the entire DuckTales cast besides Della as figures. Well, the main cast anyways. I've got Scrooge, I've got Donald, I've got Launchpad, and I've got all the kids. So yeah, I appreciate the Dewey voice actor. I missed ya. Mwah. I enjoyed the sass, Donatello, and also Raph. I thought you were using Tonfus this time. I think it's Tonfus. Yeah, I think it's Tonfus. But no, you use the size. And Leo is actually got his katanas. And Mikey actually has his goddamn nunchucks. What in the ever-living fresh hell is this? Donatello, I appreciate this. I love you, Don. Oh, he plays fetch. And oh my god, it teleports. That's such a Don thing to say. Don, you okay? It ate your slides! Holy shit. they got me. I mean, they're adorable. Why are they so bad? I mean, I know they're supposed to start off like kids, obviously, but oh my god, that was hilarious. I've heard that this show is more slapstick, more comedy, and I appreciate that in my Ninja Turtles. I also appreciate the angst, which is what 2K3 gave me all my childhood. It was basically like, we're gonna give you a little bit of the funnies, but we're also gonna punch you repeatedly in the face. We're also gonna scare the shit out of you, because we haven't decided a tone. Mikey, I love you, baby. You're not doing shit. I don't know why this instantly reminded me of like the fight in oh god, what was it? The Jim Henson, the live action puppets costumes anyways. The second one where they start up fighting but they don't have actual weapons and they're in like this mall and like Michelangelo just starts fighting with fucking sausages. It's got that vibes and I appreciate because I love those movies. Mikey, I love you, baby. Rest, I get a chance to run my fucking hell dog! Man, that's all you got, damn it, it's a ton first. You lost your size in your first ever fight. You're gonna go home, your dad's gonna beat you with a fucking rolled up newspaper. April, you okay? Slightly similar to the Nexus, but not as complicated. Bye! Wrath! You tried! I love you. There's no April bits on the ground. I knew this was gonna be a comedy. I wasn't prepared for how funny the comedy was gonna be. Also, y'all dorks, and I love all of you. Oh my god, you're all adorable dorks. I don't think this is gonna work. Also, I like how Split is sitting in front of his TV, because one thing I loved, specifically, 2007 movie, I know a lot of people don't like it. I love that shit. I watched that movie so many times I have it on repeat. My favorite line is still the fact that Splinter watches soap operas. The fact that Splinter watches soap operas is ingrained in my soul now and has now become my thing. As far as I'm concerned, Splinter watches soap operas, every version. I don't care. He's sad for the TV. This Splinter watches soap operas. Moving on. What's that all over your fucking roof? Are you drinking? Splinter, I love you. What the fuck happened to you? I know he's different in every version. Like, I grew up with the wise old Master Splinter. Well, a lot of them were wise old Master Splinter. But, like, 2K3 was wise but strict and very overprotective. Then there was the 2012 one, which was even more protective but more dad and less strict old master. He was a master, he did teach the shit, but he was 98% dad. But I grew up in was master first, dad second. This one, I don't know what I'm expecting. I've heard that he is dad, but he's more along the lines of goofy dad. And I don't know how I feel about that as Splinter, but I'm gonna watch it anyways. And also this is just, alright, moving on. Don't die. You just started. Also, I like how he has a top knot. I have many questions. And also, Splinter, I have more questions for you. But boys! You're adorable! But what the fuck is all this shit? I like how they're talking right behind his chair. Like he can't hear you. I'm just sure your ear's lazy, motherfucker. But I also believe you can probably hear your shit. Wait, what? Oh, nice job, Leo. But also, Raph, I appreciate your planning. I appreciate your drawing. It's adorable. If you didn't know, there's also an old headcanon. I don't remember where it started. It might come true in the show. I can't remember if it was like this show or somewhere else where they kind of made a canon. But it used to be a headcanon, especially back in my day, that Raphael loved to knit. I don't know if it became a thing in this one. But I like how he's shown to be doing arts and crafts. Because that was a thing that people were like, he's good with arts and crafts. I have questions. I love your logic, Leo. And I love how you all know your dad so well. I have questions about him, but I'm going to leave them on the wayside for a minute. Go, my adorable dorks. Stop putting pressure on the baby! I think I was think! I also wish to know why Raphael was made leader. I mean, he's adorable. I mean, whatever. Let's go. Raph, I love how you just thrust into that. I don't think that's how it worked, baby, but I love you. These expressions tell me everything. Mikey! My sweet baby brain! How'd you figure it out? And also, like, how he's the artist. Is that, like, spray painted onto his shell, then? I like how they didn't get weapons. They didn't even tell their dad they broke their weapons. They just went, fuck it. Does every emotion he have a certain stink? Number one. Number two, is Leo now the one with the natural talent? Because in the 2003 show, it was, in 2003 and 2012, it was Mikey. Mikey was the one with the most latent ability of, I don't need to train, I just have the ability to do this shit. Like, there's one scene where, in the 2012 show, where Splinter attacks, like, Mikey while he's listening to tunes, and he blocks everything and dodges. Beautiful. 2K3, he was the Battle Nexus champion. He was also the character that just, when it came to not training, he was just good at shit. Like, he just learned shit. So I'm wondering if that's now Leo. Because that'd be interesting. Because in Leo's thing, in most of the versions, if I remember correctly, he wasn't the one with the late talent. He was the one that tried the hardest. I love you, Don. Oh, I love to do my laugh in this style. I love all of you dorks. I think our shoulder plates are alive. Is that the ooze? Are you the replacement for the Utroms? I don't know whether to be offended or not. Because I love me some Utroms. They're very good characters. Only in, two series. The original comics. I think they might be in the new comics. I can't remember. And then the 2K3 series. The other ones, they had 2012 and the 86 had Krang and the Krang. I don't know. Maybe 2012 had an Utrom? I can't remember. But Utroms were the ones who created the ooze. And, yeah, and 2012 is the Krang. So, yeah. Not thematically, but I miss them. So this guy's the now creator of the ooze. He is now the ooze creator. Don, I love you. Your brothers are dumb. I mean, you're dumb too, but you're dumb on a different level. So to you next time, make your weapons out of titanium. Where did you get high-grade titanium, Donatello? I have many questions. And the 2K3 series was basically stuff he stole from the Foot Clan that he used to make shit. And then just random shit, like toasters, abandoned shit he found in junkyards. It was either stolen tech from his enemies, or other shit that he just made out of a toaster he found next door. Where the fuck did you get high-grade titanium? So this is the origin of the weapons stolen from the basement of your enemy. I appreciate that. Because that's one thing about the turtles that needs to be common, is the fact that if you are evil, they will steal your shit. They will steal your shit and turn it into their own shit. I love all of you. You're all dorks. And April, you're the only one with any talent here. Just letting you know. This Harvey has a turtle! He's like, oh yeah, good point. He's gonna be the leader that takes everything into account, which is adorable, but also means he has no fucking spine. We're better than the Leonardo I grew up with, who literally had existential crises. Multiple. I hate that expression. I hated those googly eyes and the pink hair. I hate everything about that. Also, all of you are dorks. Can we just not add that in? Why you want Leo? You're not helping. Don, stop standing like you're the fucking badass you know you ain't. And Raph, stop taking everything into opinion. You go, girl. You're broken up, thank God. And also, what the fuck is she holding? Looks like a fucking fiddlehead. Either that or it's a green staff. I mean, yep. That's about as far as I expected that to go. Well, it's supposed to be the chosen one. It's a golem. Why does the golem have spit? Oh my god, they said it. They said the thing! Oh no! Don, you made it too powerful! He just fucking turned it into a selfie stick. I have many questions. Maybe this is what Gen Z Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would look like. Why are you back on the fucking... God damn it. Raph, put your tongue back in. Leo, calm down. Mikey, I don't know what happened to you. And Don, stop fucking self-fearing! What's up with the Drax thing in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? You don't know what I'm talking about. Draximus! Was a villain in Fast Forward, I think it was? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. This is the 2K3 show, either way. I love you, baby! April! Fucking kick their ass! Oh my god. Mikey, you okay? Oh no! That should never fucking work! It's adorable! Ugh. Oh no, it made portals! Goddamn, Mikey! Mikey, I love you. You were still baby. I like how you didn't move. Oh my god, I love you. That's adorable posting. Alright. First episode. Interesting. Funny. Very funny. Very, very good animation. Just saying. It's very good. Very beautiful fight scenes. I don't know where the fuck they came up with this shit. As someone who wrote fanfictions back in the day. The mysticism angle. I love. Magic. That's one big thing that a lot of people don't realize has been a big deal in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Even in the old comic books. Like, I have an issue. Oh god, how old is it? It's probably in the late 80s, maybe early 90s. It was part of the original run. But they're out at the farmhouse, and I can't remember who it was, but one of them found was basically mermaids. Or Selkie. Something close to that. And yeah, that was a thing. Mysticism has been a very big part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I appreciate the influence of mysticism. Also, many questions about Splinter. I knew he was going to be a different Splinter than what I'm used to. But I wasn't expecting this different. Voice acting is good. All around. Leo's voice kind of trips me up because it's one of those voice actors, there's a few of them out there, that their thing is they do one voice. There's no different voice. It is one voice. Like, especially in, like, if you watch dubs from, like, Funimation, they have a few actors that their entire thing is one voice. Like, you can always tell who they are, because there is no variation of the voice. It's the same with the guy who's voicing Leo. I find he has one voice. It's a good voice, but it's one voice. And, yeah, that's the thing. Raph's voice actor, I love him. Raph as an entirety. Like, I need to get a Raph figure from the show now. Like, I need that. They still have them at Toys R Us here in Canada. I might have to be buying myself some Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mostly Raph. At the moment, Raph. Maybe some Mikey. Leo and Don are interesting, but not my favorites in this. Raph is my boy. I need him. Oh yeah, that was, if I remember correctly, I've seen bits and pieces of, like, information about that show. But that was what Splinter used to be, I Yeah, I believe that's Splinter's human form. He was a martial artist actor. I don't know if that actually meant he was good at martial arts. Like, I don't know if this is a Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee kind of situation, or if it's I play in action movies. I actually don't know shit. They have a stunt double. Those are the two main people. I'm also thinking Chuck Norris, but Chuck Norris is kind of overplayed. So Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan kind of deal. I'm not entirely sure which. I don't know what level we're on here. It might explain why they don't know much about ninjutsu. Just saying. Because all the Splinters had different levels. 2012 Splinter was the reincarnation. It was basically Yamato Yoshi, which he was a fucking ninja in Japan. Then there was Splinter, who basically learned most of his ninjutsu from number one text, and number two, watching his master and imitating him. Same with the 90s movie. That was another thing. And the other one was 1984. It was, again, transformed Hamato Yoshi, so just ninja. But yeah, those are the big... There's always a varying disparity of where they got their ninja skills and varying levels of skill. I don't know what this Splinter's level of skill is. I don't know if he actually knew ninjutsu or this is just a thing. That he's like, I was in kung fu movies, now my kids are ninjas. I don't know. Are they literally just mimicking his fucking ninja, his fucking movie scenes? Is that your training, Splinter? And you're showing them, because literally they're looking at an old black and white movie and imitating it, and now you're judging them for it? I have questions. Splinter, do you know actually anything, or do you just live off the hype of your own movies? I don't know how I feel! I mean, I feel like you're attacked with his fucking tail. This is a smirk! I am standing right here! Why am I getting so many dewey likes from you? People who are watching these shows simultaneously, because for a while, I believe they did air simultaneously, similarly, in similar time frame. Were you guys getting these vibes too? Were you looking at him and being like, Dewey? I mean, Dewey would go for that most high action-y thing, but the similarities are there. Leo, I love you. Please stop. This show. I don't know how I feel about it. The humor was fucking funny, but sometimes it hurts my soul. I don't know where you're going with this, son, but I guess you're going with it. You didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that cool fucking bullshit. The fact that fucking worked. Mikey, I love you, you little dark. Alright. Another weird tangent with Yashi. Because she's been in this fandom for a long ass time. And hasn't been, well, it was in the fandom a long ass time ago. And hasn't really stepped back in a while. He's a little factoid. There was a very popular, it is technically still ongoing, but literally me and my friend have a joke because I showed it to her back in like, what was it, high school? And me and her go every year or two and check on the website to see if it has updated. Because it used to be a big thing. I would come to school and I'd be raging that they haven't updated it in 5 months. And now it's become a thing every few years. Me and her remember it. We go back to it and we see how far it's gotten. And it is interesting. It was called MTN Gaiden. Because they were teenagers. They were adults. And basically the storyline was they found a fucking cursed sword. It was delivered. Anyone who held it became very, very fucking violent. And this was like when they're 30. Mikey had left, wasn't in the sewers, lived with Casey and April on the surface, and was a writer. Ralph was a recluse, with a missing eye, scars all over, and a heavy drinking and smoking problem. Leo was gone, just missing. He fucking booked it after the sword incident. And Donatello was a crazy fucking scientist, the only one that really hung around with Raph. And Raph basically helped him out whenever he wanted to, basically. It was basically, we have issues! And Split was dead. It was dark. It was weird. And the only reason I'm mentioning is because I love the fact that Mikey's a creative in this, and this one, Mikey was literally an author. He lived on the surface, wore human clothing, and was an author. And then there was also the turned mutant, but formerly human teenage boy who went to school and was Shadow, Casey Jones, and April's adopted. Casey Jones' biological and April Jones' adopted daughter. Yeah, it was weird. His name was, God, fuck, what was it? Renoir! That was it, Renoir! Like the fucking painter. And he was Raph's son now, and Raph took care of him, but Raph's a fucking drunken alcoholic. He was such an alcoholic asshole. I need to reread it. Maybe I'll do it on stream and just narrate the fucking thing. It was good. Well written. But it's a fucking trip. It's a fucking trip. And it's still got a website. And it's, yeah, it was called Gaiden. I'm not fucking kidding. MTN Gaiden. It was fucking weird. And it was something me and my friend to this day, she has not really much of an interest in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but that's like one of the things me and her will talk about randomly, because I used to show it to her and I'd be like, look at this, it's a webcomic online, that's what you want to do, right? And she'd look at it, and the art was cool, but it had the worst uploading schedule. Now my best friend's a webcomic artist. She does webcomics. She updates a couple times a month, that kind of deal. Pretty set schedule. She has written more comics than this comic book that came out when we were in high school. And it's not even fucking finished. And it's one of those things we just go back to and we're like, look at this motherfucker. His skin hasn't updated. Ugh. And it had like one of my favorite artists at the time in the fandom, Sneefy. She did a chapter as a guest artist. If you don't know who Sneefy is, she was a brilliant, very good Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle artist. She did a lot of fan work. She was a very great artist. She was on DeviantArt at the time. I don't know if she's still on DeviantArt, to be quite honest. I haven't really looked. But, yeah, her name is Sneefy. And, yeah. Every time I come back to this fandom, I'm reminded how fucking weird it was! But now I'm back! And I may have to investigate! This might have to be a thing! But yeah! That's what just shit I went through as a Ninja Turtles fangirl back in the mid to like late 2010, late 2000s and early 2010s kind of era. I'm talking like the first things I did online was enter this fandom. I used to watch so many fucking, I still have the playlist, a lot of it's gone now because of YouTube copyright bullshit. I used to watch so many fucking AMVs. I still have a song I listen to. It's on my Spotify playlist that I found through this fandom. I found a lot of songs through this fandom. Like, there's all the, hey, like, Am I Become AMVs, that kind of shit. There's a lot of, oh god. There's a lot of fucking Wrath, X Mona Lisa, fun things. Yeah, that was the thing. It's weird that she became a thing in the 2012 show. That's still a weird trip. Because she was literally just in one episode of the 86 show and literally just became a big thing in the fandom. Yeah, it was weird. This is a weird time. But yeah, this is me reminiscing about weird shit I remember in this fandom. What are you doing up there, kitty? Get off my fucking cutting board. I see that in the background. These guys have got to be, like, related to the fucking mysticism. weird thing down low. But, yeah, I have questions. Either that or these are foot. I can't remember. Like a boss! Oh no! You're all darks and I love you, but... So that's what they think. This is like... Okay. How to best explain this? Is this the Gen Z version of the Turtles? You don't know! I'm like the year after the millennials ended, but I still count myself as a millennial because I was fucking raised like one. And I was kind of in that culture more. But like, this is weird. This is a weird place to be. Because I don't really make a lot of like generational things, but the show, the language, it's interesting. I can't have none of your bullshit, Leo. Leo, I don't like how you're now the motivational speaker. That was fucking Maggie Shop! Also, I like how they all have different bandana lengths and styles. Like, as you know, a lot of the versions have taken different lengths to kind of make the turtles set apart. Varying heights, that kind of deal. The one I grew up with, 2K3, the big thing was the color of their skin. They all were different shades of green. And you could tell which turtle was, even with their bandanas off, because they had different shades of green. And then, 2012, they had different heights, slightly varying builds, and, like, different, like, scars and things like that. I mean, the old turtles got scars eventually, but it was mostly Leo. But, like, for the most part, they've always kind of had a set kind of look-alike. You take out their mask and all their gear and you can't tell them apart besides voice. And then slowly they've added more and more things. And this one is the most varying. Because, number one, they are not just all the same kind of build. They're not even the same species of turtle! And I adore that. But I find it interesting how that has kind of evolved over the years. Like, it's gone from slight changes to very, very big, obvious changes between the characters to be able to tell them apart. Anyways, I don't know why I got on a tangent, but we're going there. You're trying and it hurts! The fact that this fucking works hurts my soul. Also, where the fuck did they get all the slotty? Well, the pepperoni, whatever the fuck they is! Raph, stop eating the plate. I don't blame you, Raphael. It's made out of fucking pepperoni. I'm eating that shit too. Get a fucking job. Honey, I love you. You're gonna fucking get jumped by your best friends. Mikey, where the fuck did you get that? Why does it have a green mustache? You try to tell me that's yellow. You're lying. It's fucking green. Mikey, please stop that. Put away the glasses. Also, I like the shading in this world. Like, most of the characters don't have a lot of shading, but when they do, it's just simple black shading, and I kind of like that. It's a very interesting stylized choice. How are you guys so bad at this? I have many questions. All of them of, why are you all this dumb? It's okay, I put two. Well, then you got Tracer and Raph for the time being. It's kind of like, speaking of Tracers, because I'm going to go on weird tangents about fandom in this, because that's going to how this stream rolls. But one of the old things was that they used to have trackers in the shell cells. If you know what a shell cell is, so basically a fucking cell phone in the 2K3 series that looked like a fucking shell. One of my favorite gags in the entire show is Splinter trying to answer it, and then just being like, hello, what button do you press to hook this thing? Hello! And they're yelling at him like, Dad, you're working! You answered it! But yeah, there was always trackers in them, and that was a big thing. And that one, also, Don was a very big fan of trackers, and like, they put it on the Utrom Guard guides and all that kind of stuff. It was a big thing, so I like that. Why are you guys rolling? I still like how they have different bandana styles. I just like the variation in designs. Can I just say that? Like, over the years, like, if you didn't watch... Fuck, what was it? Right before Mirage sold the rights to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over to Nickelodeon, they had a big crossover event. And it was called, fuck. How was it called again? Ah! I used to watch the shit out of it! But it was basically a crossover where they had the Marvel Comics, the old classic cartoon, and the modern Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TK3 show. And they, like, basically had it all together where it was basically trying to make sure the Turtles survived from the, basically, idea of them ending the entirety of the Turtles. It was adorable. It was a very great homage. But one of the things I liked about it so much was it showed the variation of styles that the show's gone through. That this, not show, just this media outlet has gone through. Like, they went to the classic world. It was done in the classics black and white style, with the only color being the red of their bandanas. Very cool. Very interesting. And then there was the 84 show, which was goofy and I loved it. And very interesting style, very unique style for its setting. And then we had the 2K3 show, which was very modernized, kind of... this would have been like 2008, maybe? Yeah, 2008. So it had a 2008 or 2009. So it had a that kind of era style. Like, very clean, very modern kind of deal. But not as, like, how it is nowadays. I think they used the Back to the Sewers art style, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it was like a big crossover deal, and it showed a lot of the different stylizations. I'd love for them to do another one. Like, I know in the 2012 series, they had an episode where it crossed over the 80s show, and like, the 80s Turtles were done in the CGI, but like in their kind of goofier, cartoonier style. That kind of deal. It was very good. I loved it very much. But it's just one of those weird things. Where I'm like, I kind of like to see a crossover of that again, that kind of scale again. But with like all the incarnations that have come now. Because I'd like to just see the like in one thing, just show... God, what was it? I want to know the name of that style. Yeah. I can't remember the name of that special, but if you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but you've never watched any of the older stuff, watch that, because it's a very, I want to say, cute introduction. And I loved it. But yeah. This show has gotten me back into why I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Why haven't I watched this sooner? I mean, it's weird. I'm not particularly saying it's my favorite. It might end up like 2012, where 2012 I gave up on. I don't know why. I just remember I really didn't like it. And it wasn't any of the show's fault. It was just my personal preferences that made me not like it. And then I dropped the show. And then some interesting things happened. I learned about them over time. But it was just a show where I got about to the end of season 1. And I think I started season 2, and that's when I fell off. Watched the entirety of season 1, got the start of season 2, and then just dropped it because it just wasn't interesting to me. Like, when I watched I still think the pilot's really good. I remember watching the pilot, and I enjoyed it. It just fell off the wayside from there. And it just no longer was what I enjoyed. And I don't know if this is going to happen with this. I don't want it to happen to this because I've heard so many high things about it. But if it does happen, I'm not going to be that surprised. Because I think my style of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was decided between... The 80s goofery was definitely something that I just adored. It was goofy, it was silly, it was never supposed to be taken seriously. And it never tried to be taken seriously. And it was just that goofy 80s charm that I kind of like. The 2003 series with some humor, mixed with a lot of social commentary and a lot of dark and sad things. That show was basically like, how do we kidify the entirety of the horror and grim atmosphere of the comic books? We'll try and we'll make it work. There were some fucking things in that show. I will always say when people are like, well, cartoons are so censored nowadays, they can't show anything, and I'll be like, you know what? Let me tell you, this show fucking kicked the censors. It was on fucking 4Kids. I'm not joking this. They had a guy literally melt apart in an episode. It wasn't even the last season. Like, there was an episode where a guy was literally melting apart. There was another one where a guy got eaten by rats. And there's also a specific character that through the entirety of the show slowly became so mangled and so disfigured and so basically torn apart off screen that he just became an eyeball and a brain. He was also the character that melted away. So yeah, when they say things like this show was fucked, I don't know how they got any of this shit past census, to be quite honest. Like, none of it. I don't know how. It got worse over time. They had an entire episode where basically all the turtles died on screen, except for one, who technically at the beginning of the episode was dead in that universe already. It was dark, it was grim, it had so many fucking deaths on and off screen. That episode was depression. It's called Save As It Never Was, and if you want to look it up, you're gonna cry. That show was fucked. And I will still never remember how the fuck they got that off, especially for 4Kids. If you know anything about 4Kids, they're notorious for their anime dubs. Like the Pokemon originally was 4Kids dub. They're the people that are like, oh, look at this delicious jelly-filled donut. He's holding a fucking onigiri. I don't know how that fucking show existed. Like, that might be a good series to react to, just because of the fact that that show, I don't know how they got that show made. I don't know how they got away with it. With the melting guy, I think the only reason they got away with it was they turned the blood green. Just like in Dragon Ball. They turn the blood a different color, and that makes it okay. It is weird. It is fucked. And I watched the shit out of it. It became my obsession for most of my life. I'd also like to do the 2007 movie, because that was a movie that people hated. But I don't think it was as bad as people thought it was. It wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad as people thought it was. I liked it. So yeah, this is weird shit about the fandom that I've been ranting about for I don't know how long. So we're just gonna go back into the episode. I like how that guy sounds like he's entirely out of breath. That guy has not drinking a drop of water in 17 years. Where'd your sword go? Giant origami soldier. Leo, where the fuck is your sword? Raph! Go Raph! My son! More mystic shit. And that's how you get paper cuts. I have many questions. Why you love the puns? Also, what the fuck has happened to the foot? Why are you different colored skins? Why is that guy light purple and the other one's purple? Ah! Okay, that's a good joke! That's a good joke! Oh no! Why is that one wearing underpants on his face? I saw that! I watched it on anime to know what that fucking is! It's eating laundry? Oh no, Raph! Stop it! Honey, I love you, baby gay! Another mom, get the trash bin! Now they're beating the shit out of it. Honey, I love you, no. Honey, I love you, but no. 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 Bad joke. Bad joke. You go to the bad joke corner. Yeah, thank you! I'm giving you boys high caliber weapons. I believe that this will not end badly. Because technology is great. I don't believe that one singular second, but okay. Why you get Mikey pajamas? Is that Pigman? Is this a cannibal? I mean, technically not a cannibal, but I believe he's a butcher. He's about to eat those fuckers. Eat them alive. He's got shish kebab him. He's a pig. Oh no, he's stuck. Oh, he got unstuck. Mr. Piggy, cooking up dudes. Yeah, that's right. I didn't expect you to be that refined. I love the voice though. I do love the voice. You're weird though. I have to say, one thing I've always loved about Ninja Turtles is the fucking bad guys. Because there's fucking a wide range of them. And they can come from anywhere. Anywhere! And I do mean fucking anywhere. Like, it could be common Joe Blow down the street. That's shaking up grannies for money. To literal demons! And not joking! Literal demons. Good times. Oh my god, he's the Gordon Ramsay. He's the fucking Gordon Ramsay at the show! I hate it. I hate it. I mean, I love it, but I hate it. Honey, I love you. But we got bigger problems! If you don't know, like, in a lot of the series, Mikey's always been put as the cook, which I find adorable. But there's one gag in, like, 2003 show where they're living in April for a time being because their lair got destroyed. And, like, Mikey made breakfast every day. It was very messy when he made breakfast. But every day he tried to make like, fried eggs or sunny side up eggs. But at the end of it, it always turned into scrambled. It always turned to scrambled because he wasn't that good yet. And I love him. Donnie, I love that expression, but I don't think that's how it works! You're fucking up his flow! You're fucking up his funky flow! Oh no, he broke up into a million tiny little pigs. There's the West. Also, like, I love the mysticism of their weapons. Like, it's very beautiful, very mwah. They also got mystical weapons in 2K3 show. Which was another jab at Leo, to be quite honest. Like, a big part of that arc was the fact that all the rest of them were deemed good warriors and Leo fucking wasn't. And it was literally like a stab in the soul every time. They're like, nope, you know you? Yeah, you ain't strong. You kind of suck, actually. You get nothing. And I don't know why they were like that. I don't know why that series felt the need to just beat the shit out of Leo and like, punch him into the ground. They're like, you're not good enough. It was a thing. I mean, they beat the shit out of everyone. I mean, I think it was a season 1 episode, actually, where, like, they had this thing where they saw their greatest fear, and fucking Raph's was fucking meaningful, but also fucking terrifying. Which was his greatest fear was becoming a fucking villain. Which literally meant he was fighting the Shredder, apparently. He was killing everyone, and he came up to him, and then he unmasked the Shredder, and it was fucking him! And I fucking loved it. Again, series that literally takes a hammer and goes, you feel sad? You feel angry? Here's angst! We're just gonna keep beating you over the fucking head with it until it means something. I wonder I fucking like angst. No wonder I was so fucking angsty as a teen. I was obsessed with that. Hey, he's back. Donnie, I love you. You're trying hard, but you're wrecking the funky flow. Oh my god, is it gonna shock him every time he talks too far? This is, you made a joke! Zip! Hi, baby. Sorry, we have a kitty. Ah, pushka, 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 da pushka, 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 de pushka, pushka. Hello, kitty, how are you? I was gonna say something, but Kitty has distracted me. I love his one fang tooth. It's adorable, by the way. And also, Donnie, I know you're trying to help him. but it's good intentions, bad outcome. I hate that he does that. I love you, Wrath. When I say I hate that he does that, I mean, like, in my soul it kind of hurts a little bit, but at the same time I understand it. I like how he's got a tenderizing mallet. Good plan! No! Oh god. I'm getting out of this Five Nights at Freddy's episode for the time being. Yeah, this is the first 2 episodes of Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've been trying to test that. This Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a weird show. It's not bad. It's definitely not my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's brought back a certain love I have for the series. Like, as I mentioned, and I've had many rants about in this entire episode, stream anyways, that I've seen a lot of this shit over the years. I've been watching and enjoying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles since I was little. This was a very important show to me, especially when I was a kid. It was basically everything to me when I was little. Like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got me through a lot of hard times, especially when I was little. It was my thing. And it was my thing for so many years. And for a while, it became not my thing. It's definitely something I still love. You put me and anyone around that's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I love it. I'll sit down with them and talk for it. But then around, it was probably grade 11, 10, 11, when I found Transformers, and that also became a big thing, which is weird timing, considering these franchises both Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is older, but Transformers and Teenage Ninja Turtles had a cartoon running around the same time in the 80s and became 80s staples. That's a very weird concept. That these became 2 of my main things that I've been very, very obsessed with in my life. TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then just generally anime. Another big one was Undertale for a while. But the Undertale fandom is a deep, dark chasm, and then when you go in too deep, it takes a while to get out. And then I left, and I basically dip my toes back in occasionally, but I don't go far. Because that is a chasm that is deep and dark and hard to get out of. So at the My Hero Academia fandom, I can't be in that fandom for long. Basically now, the only people I follow are people adults that do fan art of ships. I am here for a Razor Mike, and that is it. And I still haven't watched the new season. I haven't even watched the movie. I do like it, but it's not... There are certain things that a fandom has definitely killed my interest, because I love fandoms, and fandoms are great. And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Transformers fandoms, especially during those times, were safe havens. They were places where people like me just chilled out. There was not really a lot of fighting. It was basically like, we like this thing. And we liked it. And that was it. If you didn't like a certain section, you stayed away from that certain section. It was great. It was fantastic. It was something I was very obsessed with. I still very much am. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love Transformers. And this is like one of those weird things where I don't know, I didn't talk about the show for a while. And, oh god, this was a lot of my life. Like, a lot of my life was spent watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Transformers. And they're still big major properties for me. Like, I have a giant Transformers comic almanac. I have 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ones. I got the big book of the 87 comic books. I think it's like the first good few volumes into a big hardcover book. And then I've got the book that came out after the 2012 series, where it's basically just a celebration book of the history of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have that, yeah. So yeah, these are fandoms, 2 big ones in my life that I still very much love. And like literally, I think I have to go to the mall tomorrow, and then I'm going to go sign my lease for my new place. But I'm going to definitely be checking out, there's a place that sells like my flat cap ball caps, because I collect those. And I'm going to see if they have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. And if they do, it is mine! Because I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's been so long since I've been a part of this fandom for... Oh god, it's weird. It's so weird to jump back into it. It is so weird. But at the same time, I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If I haven't made that abundantly clear. Like, when I was 12, maybe, no, probably younger. Yeah, maybe 12. I'll go with 12. I used to watch the 2007 movie. 2007. I was like 11. I was 11. 11, 12. I watched that movie on fucking repeat. I used to have the entire movie memorized. I am not joking. I used to have that entire movie memorized. I still love it. Still a great movie. Still something I watch. Still very nostalgic for me. It is tropey. It is kind of overplayed, but I fucking love it. And like, there's two different sides of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of what people like about it. People either like the weirdly dark tone that it does, besides the concept, or they love the goofy antics. I'm the kind of the mix. I definitely grew up on the more weirdly serious with comedy in the background kind of thing, which was more the original comic books and the modern comic books and the 2003 show. And I also really got into the 86 show, which is entirely with comedy and that kind of thing. So it's a weird balance, and you're either on one side or the other. This show is very much on the 86, we're here for the laughs. It's probably going to have a few serious moments, because, well, it can't be pure comedy like the 87 show was, but, like, it's going to be mostly comedy. And I think that's a good thing. If I want to sit down and have a fucking laugh, get drunk, this is probably going to be a good show for me for that. And, like, I don't know. It's ignited something in me. It's reminded me why I love this and why I was such a big nerd about it. Oh, God, you don't understand. People in high school, they knew a few things about me. They knew I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They knew I loved anime. And they knew I loved comic books. And I am still that nerd to this day, and I will continue to be that nerd for the rest of time. Because sometimes being a nerd is great. And I'm sorry for this weird little stream about watching Rise of Teenage Ninja Turtles. It's been a while since I streamed. I've been fucking busy. With my new job. I just got put into new full-time, and then literally after, I don't know, a few days of being full-time, I got offered a promotion, so I'm going to be doing that soon. So I'm still in a transition period for that. So I'm going to be a bit busy and probably not streaming as much, because I'll be coming home and I'll be exhausted and I'll basically be relaxing. So streams may not be as often. I'm going to try to stream on Saturday. Not going to be streaming tomorrow because I have to go to the mall and I have to go sign my lease. So I'll try to stream Sunday evening. Not entirely sure if I will. I'll be getting home around 5, so I don't know. We'll see if I have work on Monday. Basically, that'll be the teller of if I stream on Sunday. But yeah, I've been busy. I've been trying to get used to everything, but you gotta have fun. Anyways, thank you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know this is a bit early to stream. I'm going to hang out with my friend for the first time in a while later on today, so I was like, I'm gonna stream early. And I wasn't sure what to stream, and then I thought about it and went, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rise for some reason. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun. It's great to, hang out and stream with you guys and talk about weird random fandom shit. Because this is kind of what I want to do. Like, with my current job, as I said, I got a promotion and that kind of stuff. So that'll be definitely my job where I make my money for a while. But this is something fun to do where I can just talk to you guys and tell you about life and tell you about my fandoms and tell you about all the nerdy things I like. Talk about weird topics, play games, do all that fun jazz that I love to do. And that really I should make more time for. I'm also planning to do a bit more vloggy stuff, style stuff, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. See what I come up with. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you come back for more. I might try to watch more of this on stream, because so far it hasn't been too bad. I think it's because I'm pausing a fuck ton, and also I can tell that I'm watching this legally. So yeah. Anyways, take care. I love you. And I'll hopefully see you guys in my next stream. Hopefully you enjoyed this weird little one where I just basically went on a rant about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all the weird fandom shit. Actually, before I go, We're gonna do something together. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, you're seeing it. This is MTN Gaiden. This is on fandom. Basically, is a long-running fan webcomic illustrated by Tiger Frog. It has been running since 2004. I found it in high school. Intermittently, it still updates intermittently at over 800 pages. MTN Gaiden already rivals entry volumes of official TMNT comics in sheer story length. And MNT Gaiden is purely fan work and is not licensed by Mirage Studios or Viacom CBS. It is one of the most famous fan works, having managed to attract a known fan base and forge a ton of influence. The comic setting is an alternate universe branched off from the Mirage continuities, following them with influences from both Mirage continuity and the 2003 cartoon. Its character designs are patterned after the 2K3 cartoon. An overall visual adaptation, additional shonen manga influences, with sound effects written out in katakana. Compared to most other TMNT incarnations, MNT Gaiden is far darker and more brutal, with strong measures and more graphic violence. MNT Gaiden also deconstructs the topics of mental illness and ethical dilemma in ways that greatly blur the distinction between hero and villain. There's also a companion series of lighthearted comic strips called Mutant Ninja Turtles Gaiden Bakashi. It is Weird World. I'll see if I can pull up the website. Oh god, maybe the site actually got taken down. Looks like 22, 23. Oh, is that on DeviantArt now? Yeah, as I said, this show's fucked. This comic's fucked. But, MNT Gaiden. Is it now just up on here? It looks like it. Gallery. We're gonna pull this up and we're gonna see if this actually works. Yep. Yeah. Those are all the chapters I remember. I read... That's the Sneefy one. That's the Sneefy. Those are the Bakashi comics. As I said, Raph is a smoking, scarred, missing an eye alcoholic. Like, this is fucking dark. This is what I read in my teens, by the way. Like, see if the site's still up. I'm gonna add them to my watch. Oh, there it is. We're gonna go to the top of this forum thing. So I want to find a way to hold the Persigon. The date doesn't work, it's can't see it fully back by the machine. All chapters that were on Deviant ran on Flash, which is now dead. Does anyone know what happened to pages archived or so? If I guess so. I have the website by itself. I think a while I saved most of the images to my computer. I'll check when I get off work. We're going down this rabbit hole, people! Because I want to see if I can find this for you. So yeah, this is an old, I'm scared. Anyways. So this is what I'm finding for MNT Gaiden. I'll see if I can pull up some Google images. Just to give you the feels. Yep. They're all in their 30s! Yeah, get ready for this. Just a fucked up image just for your soul. This is Renor. This is smoking alcoholic Raph. As I said, he's training this bitch. He's got broken glass bottles. Fucking bucket of water. He ain't having any of this people's bullshit. That's Shadow. That's Mikey. That's Renor. That's Raph. I can't remember what that chickapoo's name. That's April and that's Casey. He's got rashes. This is Mikey. This is what he normally looks like. He doesn't really wear the mask for most of the thing. Oh yeah, the fucking little girl. Oh god. Let's see how far I can go down this rabbit hole. More art by the artist. Yes, Raph is always pictured with a goddamn cigarette. I wonder if I can find ones where he's fucking drunk off his ass. There's Mikey. His adorable doting uncle. Where's alcoholic Raph? Give me alcoholic Raph! Like, Leo just recently came back in it. It was weird. It's a weird comic. Oh yeah! The fucking Halloween one. I love it. Where is... Oh god, let's see. earlier stuff, 2015. Look at the updated art style. It is a place. This is one of those things. Yeah, this is like the first cover. Chapter 1, Enter the Renor. There's fucking Dawn. There's Renor. Can I find Drinking Raph? Where is my Drinking Raphael? Can I find a picture of his alcoholic ass? There he is! Oh yeah! That was a fucking thing. Where is alcoholic Raph? 'Cause he's a goddamn alcoholic. That was a thing. Can I find it? Summer one? Yep. Fucking hot ass summer. Mikey's adorable. More of it. I read this for years. Yeah, he's like the shonen protagonist, very flirty, very wants girls. It's a very weird comic that I read a shit ton as a teenager, and I wonder if like I still have it in like my favorites list. I probably do somewhere. It might not be on here anymore, but it used to be. It used to be a thing I literally just transferred to like every fucking computer. Yeah, this was, yeah, there he is with all of his fucking beers. Yeah, he's like not a hard liquor guy. He is entirely drinking the fuck out of a million beers and smoking cigarettes. But yeah, that is more than, that is TMNT Gaiden. Is a very fucked up webcomic series. Apparently you can read it on DeviantArt. I didn't know. Apparently it's run by Flash, so I've got a Flash extension, so I should be good to read it. I might read the entire thing over again just to see how fucking painful this will be. But yeah, it's done by Tiger Frog, and yeah, he used to have a website entirely dedicated to this, and it used to update about, oh god, probably once a year. Maybe. If that. It was a weird point in the fandom. I mean, it tells a lot about me, especially me as a teenager. But yeah, that was a thing I used to be into. Now I've introduced you to a weird little section of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fandom. Welcome, celebrate. Look at this weird shit we created, and we loved it. People used to be just fans of this. Anyways, thank you, and I love you. Hopefully I'll see you guys in my next stream. Bye-bye, bush. Fucking running this with a cowabunga, dudes. I felt my entire soul leave my body. But it was worth it for the fucking cowabunga. So see you later. Bye. Kitty is lying with me. Her feet on my belly, her belly stretched out in her floof, 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 and her sleepy little face. I have a kitty napping with me.